He scratches his jaw as he awakes. It feels good. The itch satiated by the scrape of his nails, peeling away at the top layer of skin, exposing the irritants underneath. In a brief moment of solace, he rises from bed and takes drowsy steps toward the bathroom. As he relieves himself, the itch returns. His attention turns to it, but his fingers are occupied. Discomfort builds, and by the time his fingers reach his jaw, the prickling is almost unbearable. He has never felt an itch quite like this, and as his fingers furiously scrape, they catch on something. In the mirror, he sees it, a small hole in his face, next to two others, arranged in the shape of a perfect triangle. He brushes his fingers over the inflamed mound. He peers inside the holes, but can see only darkness. With his tongue, he tries to reach them on the other side, but they rest over bone. A strange pressure appears from inside his skin. Something rubs it from the inside. With the lights up, and from the right angle he can see it, the stick leg of an unfamiliar insect scratching the irritated skin of its nest. Horrified, he looks for his tweezers, desperate to pick his jaw clean. But once he finds them, the creature is gone. The dry itch returns, and he tries to ignore it. He tries to ignore it. He desperately tries to ignore it. It cannot be ignored. His nails drag across his skin, catching on the little holes. The top layer peels away, revealing dozens of little holes through his cheek, down his neck, nearly up to his temple. He opens his mouth, and in the mirror he sees his tongue through the Swiss cheese of his cheek. The holes in the outer layer and inner layer do not align. The insect must truly live inside his skin. There it is now. The alien pressure near his jaw. The man hurries to grab his tweezers and searches for the leg. He remains still as he reaches for it, staring intently at the mirror. The insect is unaware. He seizes its leg and pulls. He can feel the insect's body pulled tight to the hole. He can hear its soft squeals. The leg pops off and the creature retreats, burrowing deeper into the skin behind the holes in his neck. The man gags. The creature is putting pressure on his throat. He retches again and calls an ambulance, barely able to choke out the words. The operation was successful. The doctors had dealt with botflies, but had never seen anything quite like that. He returned to his home in the gloam of twilight. Exhausted, he slumbers peacefully. Daylight pours in through the window. It is hard to breathe. The foul taste of rot fills his mouth. Something wet spills out as he stumbles into the bathroom. Through the holes in his cheek, he sees them, soft eggs, like white grains of rice laid along his gums, stacked high against his tonsils, bundled inside the new holes in his tongue. His forehead itches and a headache throbs. A stream of blood trickles down from his nose. A neighbor, noticing a smell, finds the body a week later. Only a few strands of skin remain, loosely hanging off.